All I'm going to say is that everyone who keeps saying there can/will be a Nintendo Direct this month, this is why I'm doing this. No, this has nothing to do with Sonic Frontiers, but yes, I may have reacted to that trailer. So before we get right into it, I'm just going to say that this is a temporary stream. This is going to be edited later on, like way later on. Also, maybe not as... I don't know. I'm going to figure it out later. Once this video gets done, I may unlist it. I may unlist this stream. We'll just have to see what happens. But with that dumb intro out of the way, welcome to my board to tiers list. And by tiers, I don't mean the ones that come out of my eyes constantly. I mean a tier list, an actual tier list. You can see right here, this is a tier list of every single Mario Kart stage that has ever been made, from all the main games to the app, and even some stuff that you would be lucky enough to even play in your lifetime. So the whole idea is there is only one wave left for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That means only 8 courses can go through and be the last courses that will be playable in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm just gonna double check to make sure this is going well. It looks like it. If I don't answer the chat room, it's because I'm on a completely different screen, so bear with me. It's gonna require a lot of back and forth. So, as you can see, we got S, A, B, C, D. But that's not how I wanted to make sure this list would go. My idea was that I was going to put in the courses that were most likely, or the ones that I would love to see put in, and going down the list to the list of courses I don't want to see, that I don't think would be a good choice to have in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Booster Course Pass. But there's also courses that it's like, how are we going to have something like that? It just doesn't seem possible. So I also wanted to make a completely separate tier list just to separate those courses, as well as any courses that have the same variant, only a different type of version of the course, but it's basically the same course. If we already have London Loop in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we're not going to get London Loop 2 and London Loop 3. So, that was my idea. Which I would think would be simple enough. But then I did this. Not only do I have all of the best tracks, great tracks, okay tracks, and bad tracks that I predict for Wave 6, but I also wanted to make sure I listed every single course from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that is already in the game. From the base game, to the DLC for Wii U, to, yes, the wave that have came before Wave 6. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From, I'm overdoing this. From Paris Promenade, to Vancouver Velocity, the newest one that has been added. But then I also put all the courses that are never happening. The arcade stages are not going to be seen in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Nintendo would have already started putting those in. I'm also putting in the GPVR track. And then I'm also putting in these weird remix stages that are based on older stages. According to the pictures, they're like absolutely different tracks that are inspired by Rainbow Road, I almost said Chocobo Mountain, Coca Mountain or Island, Vanilla Lake, and etc. I also add similar tracks, like I said, but then I went a step further and put in previously retro tracks. These are tracks that have shown up in Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Kart 3DS. And if there is a track that is missing, it is because it is already in this game. In fact, I don't think I can showcase this yet, but I'll showcase it in a different screenshot at some point. I went out of my way to go even further and list all of the unique tracks and returning stages from previous games. It's just like all kinds of things that I'm gonna have to talk about, but let's just get through this. Super Mario Kart, there are 3 unique themes out of 8. I'm not counting duplicate tracks. Mario Kart 64, there are 8 out of 16 tracks that have been added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So when I say added, I mean to the Booster Course Pass. Well, no, to the entire game. To Mario Kart 8 Deluxe entirely. Mario Kart Super Circuit, 8 unique themes out of 12. That's 8 out of 16 courses. Mario Kart Double Dash, 6 out of 16. Mario Kart DS, 9 out of 16. Mario Kart Wii, 7 out of 16. Mario Kart 7, 9 out of 16. MK8, duh, that's every single course. And here's an interesting one. Mario Kart Tour, as of September 2023, 16 out of 19 courses. That's nearly every single Mario Kart Tour track. And guess what else? Good old Twin X informed me that Mario Kart Tour is closing down. The app is going to be delisted. Galaxy Wish, you can say whatever you want, but I am entirely inclined to believe that Mario Kart 8's Booster Course Pass was just a good excuse to preserve all the new tracks from Mario Kart Tour, because that app was not going to stay forever. Miitomo didn't stay forever. Pokemon Rumble World, or whatever it's called, didn't stay forever. Pokemon Duel didn't stay forever. This is a way to preserve those tracks. Every single course has been added so far from Mario Kart Tour. So when I go down the list and we only see Piranha Plant Cove, Rome Avanti, and Piranha Plant Pipeline, I'm inclined to believe those will be in this wave. They will. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, that will convince me otherwise. I am dead serious on this one, guys. So, like I said, all of these courses were in previous retro tracks. I'm trying to make the list look good, but we'll see how well that goes. So, in order of retro/returning stages from other kart games, Mario Kart DS has Mario Circuit 1. Well, okay, SNES Mario Circuit 1. N64 Moo Moo Farm. GBA's Peach Circuit. GCN's Luigi Circuit. SNES Donut Plains 1, N64 Frappe Snowland, GBA's Bowser Castle 2, GCN's Baby Park, which is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, SNES's Koopa Beach 2, N64's Cocoa Mountain, which is also in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, GBA's Luigi Circuit, GCN's Mushroom Bridge, SNES Cocoa Island 2, N64 Banshee Boardwalk, and GBA Skygarden and GCN Yoshi Circuit, both in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. By the way, I did not realize this because I am stupid, but every single first track in Mario Kart DS for Retro is Super Nintendo. Every second one is N64. Every third one is Mario Kart Super Circuit, aka GBA, and the fourth one is GameCube Mario Kart Double Dash. I didn't notice it until making this tier list. I am stupid. Moving on, Mario Kart Wii. By the way, there was 3 out of 16 courses added for Mario Kart DS's returning stages. But in Mario Kart Wii, we have GameCube Peach Beach, DS Yoshi Falls, Super Nintendo Ghost Valley 2, N64 Mario Raceway, as well as N64 Sherbert Land, GBA's Shy Guy Beach, DS's Delfino Square, GameCube's Waluigi Stadium is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, DS Desert Hills is not, the GBA's Bowser Castle 3, which I'm going to talk about that in a moment, N64's DK Jungle Parkway, GCN's Mario Circuit, but SNES Mario Circuit 3 and DS's Peach Garden is both in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What's not is GCN's DK Mountain and N64's Bowser Castle. And then there's Mario Kart 7. I'm going to first... Okay. It's hard to decide how I'm going to do this. I still want to read them off in order. But where I said that Mario Kart DS has only 3 out of 16 being in Super Mario whatever, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Mario Kart Wii is 4 out of 16 in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart 7 has a whopping 8 out of 16 courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, if I say Deluxe after I say the name of a course, that means it's in Deluxe. So, going through the list. N64's Luigi Raceway, GBA's Bowser Castle 1, Wii Mushroom Gorge is in Deluxe, DS Luigi's Mansion, N64's Koopa Beach, SNES's Mario Circuit 2, but also in Deluxe we have Wii Coconut Mall, in Deluxe we have DS Waluigi Pinball, you lucky people, and in Deluxe we have N64's Calamari Desert, DK Pass from DS is not, but GCN's Daisy Cruiser is in Deluxe, Wii Maple Treeway's in Deluxe, and Koopa Cape from the Nintendo Wii, I will add, is in Deluxe. We don't have Wii's Dino Jungle, even though it was teased on the billboard, and we don't have DS's Airship Fortress, a shame. But the last one we do have in Deluxe is SNES Rainbow Road. Then we got Exclusive Returns to Tour, and I just stopped because this brought another subcategory. First off, I was going to say Vanilla Lake and Bowser Castle from the Super Nintendo game gets no love. I was going to say Nintendo is trying to brush away Bowser's Castle stages entirely. But then I looked at everything that was in Tour. These are stages that have only showed up in 1 or 2 games, Super Circuit if you decide to go all the way and get all the classic SNES stages, but it's a little hard to count that. But these are courses that you can find and play in Tour for a limited time. Ghost Valley 1, Vanilla Lake 1, Vanilla Lake 2, Bowser's Castle 3, Cheap Cheap Island from the Game Boy Advance series. Yoshi Desert, Bowser Castle 4, which I was going to joke that every single Bowser Castle except for 4 is in a Mario Kart game, but 4 is also here, so great. Lakeside Park, which has the volcano, and then jumping to the Wii, which I need to move this. Dry Ruins, although I think Daisy Circuit comes first, then Dry Ruins, followed by Rainbow Road, Cheap Lagoon, Daisy Hill. What the heck? Did someone mess up my list? Shy Guy Bazaar, Mario Circuit, Rosalina's Ice World, and Bowser's Castle, as well as Wario's Shipyard. I think that goes like somewhere over here. Is all in. This has been mixed up suddenly, hasn't it? Is it because I clicked a button? It doesn't matter. All of these are in Tour, but every single one of these stages listed right here is not in a single other Mario Kart game than the one that they first started in. Like, you can't find Wario Stadium in a game except for the Nintendo 64, and you can't find Maka Woohoo in anything but Mario Kart 7. Woo! So that was fun! I've been only ranting about this for nearly 15 minutes! So now let's go to the tier list thing. We are going to move the majority of this stuff up or down so we have access to everything that I need to focus on. So say goodbye to all of this. It can't hurt you anymore. It is just there as flavor text. Okay? Okay. Alright, so now we're picking out the best tracks for Wave 6. And don't worry, all this stuff we'll deal with separately. But we're going to start off with the exclusive stages. So, finally, Wario Stadium. It's about freaking time we get that. But, I'm going to be realistic. I'm only putting it under great tracks for Wave 6 because there is one rule that has been followed from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, except for one single time. Every single track has new music, has a new remix. Every single one. There are no repeats, except for Lucky A Waluigi Pinball Win! Because, let me remind you that, give me a sec to find it. It's a big list. There's just like too much here. Wario Stadium is also from the DS as Waluigi Pinball is, and they both share the exact same music. Other than that, not a single other course has been added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that has reused the same music. So, why I would love to see Wario Stadium added as Wave 6, that would mean that we would be hearing the same music as Royal Raceway. Can you tell I've gone a little bit insane making this? Just a little teeny tiny fingers touching insane? Cause yes, I have gone insane. Okay, moving on. Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Super Circuit. I had told Dakota, basically Coen Bros, that I think this will end up in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because SNES's and Nintendo 64's already did. And if we're going in that exact order, then this would be the next game. However, Nintendo surprised all of us when they added Rainbow Road from the 3DS into Wave 3. So, to be honest, it's an okay. It's just okay. I'm sure because every single DS course, no, wrong one, GBA course has been fire and is just not the same as the original game. I'm sure Nintendo could do something with this. I don't know if we'll see the Paper Mario Castle in the backdrop or not. But honestly, there is a different Rainbow Road I would like to see in the game. And let me just spell this out for you, plain and simple. There has to be a Rainbow Road as the very last course. There has to be. I'm sure of it. Mushroom City, once again, would be a great course, but we already have a similar music track, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Wait. Let me double check this. Do we have that? We might not. But one of the things I also wanted to go through, which is just another problem entirely, is I was going to talk about all the variety different stages, like how many stages have water, how many stages have fire, how many stages are set in the desert. But I don't have the time or the motivation. Supposedly there's supposed to be a Nintendo Direct in September 2023. I'm running out of time. I need to do this now. So, Mushroom City. I think it would be a great course, but at the same time, we already have some city courses, including Moonview Highway. I'm not going to look for it, but Moonview Highway is already in the game. So, having Mushroom City as well, I don't know if that would be possible. Royal Coliseum, would love to see, but once again, Waluigi Stadium is in the game, and I do not think Nintendo's going to do another thing where they bring in another course that has the same music. Waluigi Pinball is special because everyone loves this stage to death, so Bowser Castle for the GameCube in Double Dash. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna put this right here for now. Here is the thing, though. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, I remember. Here's the thing. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has done something that has surprised me. Compared to Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Kart 7, it only has one single Bowser course and nothing else, unless you want to include Neo Bowser City, but that's not necessarily a Bowser course. It says Bowser there, but Bowser courses are the course before Rainbow Road. Always has been. But aside from Neo Bowser City, if you want to count that, the only Bowser course is the Wii U Bowser Castle. None of these other courses are a Bowser course. None of them. And that shocks me because there have been an overabundance choices for Bowser courses in retro tracks. We would be lucky to get one other Bowser course. So, I'm gonna have to figure out which one I would personally choose if there were to be a Bowser course. I'm only going to include one. For right now, I'm going to put them in great tracks and figure it out from there. Okay, so Rainbow Road for the GameCube. This is a course that Galaxy West wants to see in there. I think it would be good to have it, but I'm going to be honest. It's not the Rainbow Road I want. Not by a long shot. I have heard that da 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 so much that's almost kind of giving me a headache. I'm gonna just make that a choice of words that I just said. I like this. I like this one. I love the tube that you go up, but if we're gonna include another Rainbow Road, do we really want the music to sound the same again? I'm just personally asking you guys. I'm asking the chat room, which does not exist because no one is in the chat room. Perfect, fine, good. Moving on. Figure 8 circuit. No. Big no. That would be a huge misstep for Nintendo. This is one of the most boring tracks in the game. It is just a figure 8. There is nothing else to it. Put in NASCAR, not Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So that's going to be the first bad tracks for Wave 6. The tracks I absolutely do not want to see. I would like to see this, but again, I would rather see a different Rainbow Road entirely. I wouldn't be too upset by this, so I might move it up to Great Tracks, because I'm biased. Bowser Castle for the DS. I barely remember it, honestly. What I remember the most is that there is a spinning cylinder, I think you could say. But I don't think it would be that good of a track to add in Wave 6. And now for DS's Rainbow Road. I'm going to be bluntly honest. This is the most boring Rainbow Road ever. Ever. I don't want to see this in Wave 6. I'm sorry, I don't. The only thing that I think is great or good about this is the loop. The almost Mario Kart 8 Deluxe loop. But after that, there's nothing redeeming about it, honestly. There's more you can find in the GBA Rainbow Road, in my honest opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, let me know in the comments below. But honestly, I don't want to see this one. I just don't. Luigi Circuit. It is hard to say at this point of time whether or not it would be a good idea to include some of these more classic circuit stages. Because, like I said, these are the last 8 courses that we are going to see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And Mario Kart Tour, that's shutting down. Mario Kart 9 is imminent. If Nintendo decides they want to make a quote-unquote Mario Kart 9. But do I want to see Luigi's Circuit in the game? Is there enough to warrant it to be special enough? And I just don't see it. I don't. Plus, I think we already have some music from this game in the game. I can't remember, honestly. It's a long list. I don't want to go through every little thing. But Toad's Factory. Yes, 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 and yes. Please. I know it hasn't been brought in Tour. I know it's only showed up once. But I would love to see Toad's Factory for Wave 6. I'm confirming that. I really want that. But I don't know if it's possible. I just know what I want, and I want Toad's Factory. So we finally got the first best track for Wave 6. There is only going to be 8 of these, since there are only going to be 8 courses left in the game. 4 for one cup, 4 for another. I only know the Spiny Cup. I can't remember the other one. Mario Circuit once again falls under Luigi Circuit. Plus, we already have a Mario Circuit. I think it would have been better to see Mario Circuit for Mario Kart 7 be added. So, I think you know where I'm going to go with that once we get to it. Bowser's Castle for the Wii. That's pretty good. But is it what I want the most? I don't know. And that's a problem right now for me. I don't really know. But for right now, I'm going to put here. Hopefully I won't forget to add at least one Bowser course. Woohoo Loop / Maka Woohoo. I feel like only one of these will get in. Woohoo Loop, I feel like, is more recognizable. The only thing that's truly stopping these two from showing up is we already have a battle course that is inspired by Woohoo Loop in Mario Kart, well, technically in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that goes for DS's Luigi's Mansion. With that said, it is hard to believe either one of these will make it in. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see one of them make it in. Maka Woohoo, I think it's more interesting because it is one of those ones where, well, I think Woohoo Loop's like that too. Yeah, I think both of these courses, there are no laps. You just reach checkpoints, just like you do in... There are all kinds of examples, but let's list one people know about. Mount Wario. Mount Wario doesn't have laps. They have checkpoints. So you make your way all the way down the mountain, and at the very bottom of the mountain is the finish line. So Woohoo Loop and Maka Woohoo share that similarity. If Nintendo wants to avoid making a course that's too similar, I'm unfortunately going to have to put Maka Woohoo as the best track for Wave 6. But Woohoo Loop would be a great track to see too. Because Maka Woohoo has that sunset. So, there you go. Piranha Plant Cove. Rome Averti and Piranha Plant Pipeline. You can argue your case as much as you want. These three will be in the game. And I feel like there's going to be a fourth one as well. I just have this gut feeling. It's interesting that we got two different Piranha Plant things here. When I first heard about Piranha Plant Cove, which was about the same time that Wave 5 was announced, I thought, oh my gosh, we are going to get another new Mario Kart Tour track that's not related to all these city tracks of real-world locations. That didn't happen, but I can guarantee that Piranha Plant Cove and all these other ones, especially Roma Verti, is going to be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. I don't know anything about Piranha Plant Pipeline. I stopped watching videos for Mario Kart Tour a long time ago, so I have not seen any footage for this. I only know this course by name alone and by the picture that was seen. I don't know if it's related to Piranha Plant Cove at all, but it's making my head hurt, honestly. So we got done with all the ones down here, but we still have both of these lists to go. Because, let me remind you, none of these courses, none of them, are in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. None of them. They're never happening. Like I said, I already explained these. Arcade games not happening. Remix versions of some of the other stages not happening. Similar tracks aren't happening because they're similar tracks. And it would be just dumb to see two of the same Mario circuit in the game. I really want to see one of these Bowser castles. So, it's a little too early. Part of the reason I put so many similar tracks together is I was trying to find the tracks that have already been added to a Mario Kart game. Because those are the tracks that have a better chance of being in the game. With that said, this one, and if I can find any others, are definitely not going to be in the game because we already have a Mario circuit from Super Nintendo in the game. Let's see if I can find any other ones. Shipyard, Cheap Beach. Okay, so my bias. Well, okay, we won't do those yet. Moo Moo Farm. I don't think that is going to be... Let's move this down a bit so I have easier access to it. I don't think we're going to see a Moo Moo Farm because we already have a cow stage. I'm going to put that as okay tracks. Just okay. Some of these I might move down to bad tracks. We'll just have to see. Peach Circuit. That is too similar to Mario Circuit. So we are going to put that there. Luigi Circuit. Once again, we already have the music. Unfortunately, I'm going to put this as a bad track. Because, again, it's a little too bland in some ways. It's a great course. I have nostalgia for it. But for it to be in Wave 6, I don't really want to see that happen. Frappe Snowland. We haven't gotten this or... I can't find it. Oh, here. We haven't gotten Frappe Snowland or Sherbet Land from the Nintendo 64. We already have some snow stages, but let's say that I could pick just one. And I want to say Frappe Snowland. And I would honestly probably want to see that as a Wave 6. Because it's one of the more unique courses in the Nintendo 64 game. Bowser's Castle 2. Once again, if I can only choose one Bowser's Castle, this ain't it. It's just not. I like the music for it, but I just don't see it happening. Koopa Beach 2. It would be something I would like to see, but once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only add 2 more. So, I already screwed up. I might move Frappe Snowland to something else, but Koopa Beach 2 is going to have to go down the great tracks. Luigi Circuit. You could say this is similar. It does use the same music, but it has rain, woo, and storm clouds. It looks different. But I'll be respectful and I'll say that it's a similar track, so it's not going to be added. Mushroom Bridge. I was just talking about this. I think Mushroom Bridge has a better chance of being added compared to Mushroom City. I just really feel that way. Choco Mountain 2 would like to see, but there's probably a good chance it won't show up. Banshee Boardwalk. This is an interesting one. Do we have enough ghost stages? I'm going to put that down here for now. Although I think I've mixed these up too much where we can't tell what belongs where anymore. Although I guess if I move this here, then that will solve that problem. Some of these I'm just kind of going through the motions, trying to figure things out. But I might organize some of this just so it looks just a teeny tiny bit better. Just a little bit. Okay, moving on. Peach Beach. I do like it, but we also have a lot of beach stages. Also, the Cataquacks, that unique thing that we've seen in the Wii, I do not believe at all that we're going to get the same physics for the Cataquacks. So, it would be okay. Because it would remind me a lot about... Yeah, I'm going to the giant list again. It would remind me a lot about Sherbet Land. It looks great, but when you run into a giant icicle enemies, I can't remember what they're called, in Mario Kart Double Dash, it freezes your character for a few seconds. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it just makes them spin out. So even if we did have Peach Beach with the Cataquacks from Super Mario Sunshine, I don't think we would see the same funny flip the vehicle up in the air thing. So I think it would be okay, because I don't think we would get the full Peach Beach experience, unfortunately. Plus, there's driving underwater, so one of the obstacles probably wouldn't become an obstacle anymore. Yoshi Falls! Again, no. This is probably the most boring course. Yes, there's a giant Yoshi egg floating, and yes, there's waterfalls, but it's a loop. That's all it is. It's just a loop. The waterfall's like the only obstacle. And most people aren't going to try to do that anyway, since that's a long stretch that you would need more than just a regular mushroom to get across. This is not a good course. This is the worst Yoshi course I've ever seen, unfortunately. So, that's a no. That's a big no. Moving on, Ghost Valley 2. I don't see it happening. So, we are gonna just put this down the bad tracks because it would just be a questionable decision for Nintendo to make. Unfortunately. Plus, the music is just... Well, no, I like the music. But again, we already have... Look for it, Brenton. It is somewhere around here. Boo Lake. We already have Boo Lake. So we already kind of have that similar course choice. I don't think we need another one. And I think it would be foolish for Nintendo to do that. Mario Raceway. Once again, I can only have 8 tracks and these 3 are guaranteed to be in the game. We still need a Rainbow Road, so that essentially only gives me one other choice, unless I take out Frappe Snowland. So Mario Raceway would be okay. I don't think it would be a bad track, necessarily, because it's a lot more recognizable. Nostalgia sells, so... I'm just going to put it there. Shy Guy Beach. Now that I'm looking at that, it would be good to see that. But I'm just going to put it in great tracks because, again, this list is quickly getting a little too short. Delfino Square. Would love to see it. But, again, I don't know if we're going to. I almost... You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. I think I would like to see it over Frappe Snowland. Honestly. Kind of hurts for me to say that, but I think I would like to see Delfino Square. It was one of those courses when I first played it, it's like, this is just an imitation of Isle Delfino, and I wasn't crazy about the music, but I've warmed up to it. I've definitely warmed up to it. Although, wait, I might change my mind again. I just remembered another course, but we'll move on to that later. I'm sorry, this is just all over the place at this point. Desert Hills. It would be fine. I will put under Great Tracks. Once again, we'll try to keep this in order. This is not the order of which I'm the most excited to see a stage. This is just the order, so this looks a little bit easier for you guys to read. Also, this goes here. Alright, moving on. Bowser Castle 3. I would like to see it, but again, I don't think it's going to happen. Also, I said I was going to put in the Bowser Castle stage. Dang it. Oh, this is getting tough, guys. Okay, I am going to make a choice. A very, very wild choice that I do not think is going to come true. But for the sake of being able to add at least one more stage, I'm going to pretend for a moment that one of these tour tracks is not going to be featured. And even though I have absolutely no idea what Piranha Pipeline is. In fact, you know what? Let's just look that up. Let's look that up right now. Mario Kart Tour Piranha... Can't spell that. Piranha Plant Pipeline. I want to see what this is. Looks like there's different variations. Oh my gosh. Now I almost don't want to see it. Okay, screw it. I think Piranha Plant Pipeline would be lit. Piranha Plant Cove would be okay. Is a wild, wild statement for me to make. And again, I think every single tour track is going to be added, but I want to make my list, not theirs. So I'm going to put this down here. I think Piranha Plant Pipeline would be a lot more exciting. Roma Verti is absolutely going to be in Wave 6. I don't know if either of these are going to be in, but I predict they both will be. But for the sake of my list, to show off what I want the most, we're going to drop Piranha Plant Cove. DK Jungle Parkway, same story. Would like to see it. In fact, Banshee Boardwalk, I'm going to drop down, unfortunately. It's recognizable, but I don't think it's all that interesting. We already have floating boos at Boo Lake. So, aside from, like, the bats, I don't think it's going to be that good of a stage, in my honest opinion. Mario Circuit. We might have to start dropping some of these circuits into bad tracks, unfortunately. It doesn't mean that the track is bad entirely. I just mean that I think it would be a bad pick for Wave 6. So, sorry. We're just gonna have to do this and accept it. Okay, DK Mountain. I would like to see that, honestly. So, we'll place that there. I think Royal... I don't remember the order. I think DK Mountain came before Wario Coliseum, I think. Bowser Castle for the N64. I'm indifferent. I don't think the music's all that good, but I can certainly see it over other Bowser tracks, which includes this one. But I'll keep that in okay for now. Okay, we're slowly getting down. Luigi Raceway. Luigi Circuit. What? What was the other one I just... Whatever. Luigi Raceway, that was the one I think I was just thinking of. I don't know how I mixed that up, but, no. I don't think it would be good enough, necessarily, in my honest opinion. But you guys let me know what you think your list is. Bowser Castle 1, which just basically falls under the same category. And while I could look up which Bowser Castle has the most obstacles, we're just gonna slide that right there and not think any more about it because my head actually hurts. Luigi's Mansion 3. What? I need to play Luigi's Mansion 3, but back to the list. DS's Luigi Mansion. I don't see it happening. I think I would be fine with it happening. I think I would even like it in some ways. But I don't think it will happen. Because, once again, Luigi's Mansion has been brought as a battle course. So it's hard to see them taking the same stage and making an actual stage when it's already in a battle course. But that's just my honest opinion. Koopa Troopa Beach. I would like to see it. I would be fine with it. And I might be a little biased because I may have watched a certain YouTuber talk about it. So, DK Pass, honestly, yes. Yes, I would like to see it. Not enough that it's going to go up in the best of the best list. But still, I think it would be a great choice. Dino Jungle. I had said, and I quote, well, okay, let me try this again. Considering they referenced this in one of their other courses for Wave Booster Pass 1, that it should be a shoo-in. And I was going to ask as a community question, do you believe that Dino Jungle will be added to Wave 6? No, I don't, unfortunately. I think I would like to see it, honestly. But I don't think it's going to happen. Also, we're going to move this down. So, Sherbet Land is now down here. Koopa Beach, I'm trying to keep these things organized as best as I can, but you can tell it's not been going well for me. Oh, but we only have one more previously retro track that was in an official Mario Kart game, and that would be Airship Fortress. I think I would be crazy not to add it in the list. Will Delfino Square stay here? Who knows? But I think I would like to see this. In fact, Delfino Square, sorry, we're just going to move you right now, unfortunately. I think it was here. In fact, I think it would be safe to say maybe there wouldn't be repeated tracks. So, we wouldn't have 2 DS tracks. We wouldn't have 2 Wii tracks, supposedly. Although I might counter that argument. We'll have to see. So previously, retro tracks, we have gone through the entire list. So that now leaves the tracks that Tor brought back. Oh my gosh. I'm aging. We're almost done! Ghost Valley 1! Bad track, but since we already have Ghost Valley 2, we will just add to similar tracks. No, I'm not organizing this list. I've done enough. Vanilla Lake. I want to see a Vanilla Lake. If they add this water, there probably should be like a deep end right here to keep people from cheating the course. It would make it more unique. But I'm going to say if a single Vanilla Lake's going to come in, it's going to be this one. I would like to see the Super Nintendo courses basically get a nice makeover. Sorry. I'd like to see him get a makeover. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see a single one of these Super Nintendo courses being added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What I see from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that the Super Nintendo courses after Donut Hills or whatever it was called. Let me look it up. After Donut Plains barely got any love at all. Like, I'm surprised that we even got, looking it up again, one of the Super Nintendo Mario Kart courses that I cannot seem to find right now. Mario Circuit 3. I'm surprised this was brought into the Booster Course Pass. Let alone the fact that we have Super Mario Kart's Rainbow Road right here. Right here. But I don't think we're going to see any more Super Mario Kart courses. And Koopa Beach, Vanilla Lake, and Choco Mountain. Although Choco Mountain has the exception. But Vanilla Lake and Koopa Beach, I think Nintendo's trying to sweep those under the rug. As well as especially Bowser's Castle, which we will be getting to if I haven't already ranked it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't see it now. Oh, it's right here. Anyways, Vanilla Lake 2, repeat. Bowser's Castle 3. Honestly, I would like to see it. But even more honestly, I don't think Nintendo wants to see it. But I love this music. Don't get me wrong. I love this music. Even though it basically is the same soundtrack for you know, I don't remember. I would just love to see this. But I think it would be a bad choice for Nintendo to make. So I have my bias here, but I'm going to try to keep my bias aside. So let's keep going, I guess. Cheap Cheap Island. Do I want to see that over Cheap Cheap Beach? And honestly, yes. Because I think the aesthetic would look nicer. So we are going to put Shy Guy Beach. We're gonna put Cheap Cheap Island in Great Tracks and move Shy Guy Beach down here. Somewhere between Bowser's Castle 2 and whatever else I decide to put in. Yoshi Desert. Here's what I was thinking about. Yoshi Desert has a banging soundtrack. I want to see this in the game. as crazy as that sounds, I want to see Yoshi Desert in Wave 6. Because out of all of the courses left from Mario Kart Super Circuit that's not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, this is a unique course. There is only one version of it. I think it would be perfect for Wave 6. I would love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. So let's make it happen, Nintendo. Let's do it. Alright, so Bowser Castle 4, repeat. But I'm going to be honest, Bowser Castle 4, we're going to add the great tracks because Bowser Castle 1, 2, and 3 from the GBA has already been added. Bowser Castle 4 is only in Tour. So let's just add it to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if we had more spots than 8. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I still have to pick one Bowser course, and you'd think Bowser Castle looming over here may be my pick, but I can't guarantee that. And one Rainbow Road course. So we're going to speedrun this. Lakeside Park, repeat. Not happening. Daisy Circuit, we already have Daisy Cruiser. Bad track to add, I think. In my opinion. We'll organize this later. Dry Ruins. I think that would also be a bad track. A bad pick. I like the Ruins aesthetic, but we already have Dry Desert. So I don't think it will happen. Wii Rainbow Road. Wii Rainbow Road. Let me repeat. Not that part. Let me repeat myself for something I said way earlier. I said, with the way this list is going, aside from tour tracks, I think only one of each game, one stage from each of the 5 games would be added to Wave 6. We wouldn't have 2 stages from the GBA or 2 stages from the 3DS. But I'm making an exception. I want this. I absolutely, unequivocally, undeniably want the Rainbow Road from the Nintendo Wii, Mario Kart Wii, to be in Wave 6. It is a unique theme. It looks so pretty. I want this. I really, really want this. Out of all of the Rainbow Roads left over, I really, absolutely feel like Mario Kart's Wii stage would be a great pick. And in my defense against what Galaxy Wish wants, the Rainbow Road for the GameCube right here hasn't been brought back to a single other game. So what is going to change? I would be fine with this. I'd be better off than these two, especially this one. But I think if we're going to differentiate Rainbow Roads, because Mario Kart 7's was unique in the fact that it has checkpoints, not laps, and it looks really good. But I think if we're going to keep the Rainbow Roads unique, we need to have the Wii Rainbow Road in. But we'll just have to see. Some of those jumps are a little crazy. But you guys let me know what you want to see. I just know this is what I want. Without a shadow of a doubt. Daisy Hill. We already have a Daisy course. And this is... I mean, I like the balloons, but it's a little bland in some cases. Also, I did not organize this correctly. I apologize. I think I have this right. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Cheep Cheep Lagoon. I'm fine with the course itself, but with all of the water stages that are already in the game, I think it would be a foolish thing to do. But Shy Guy Bazaar, I think it would be a great track. People want to see this. Just because we have a somewhat, quote-unquote, similar stage for... Oh, hold up. That is already in Mario Kart 8, which would be Bangkok something. I'm going to pretend that I said the entire thing and didn't leave off on that one word. Rush. That one. The Rush stage. I still think that a lot of people want to see Shy Guy Bazaar in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I would be fine with that. I don't think it would be the best track out of the tracks that I would like to see, but I think I would be fine with this. Maka Woohoo is another one where it's like it probably won't happen because there is a battle stage that is inspired by Woohoo Loop, but I would still like to see it happen. If I had to be realistic, I might move that down and choose a different stage. But we gotta get through this, so... Mario Circuit would be great, but I'm going to put as okay because we already have too many other Mario Kart circuits. Wario Shipyard would be great, except I hate the music. But I'm gonna put as okay. But I really, really don't like the music. I think that was a missed opportunity from day one. Rosalina's Ice World would be even better. I think a lot of people, including myself, would like to see this in there. I'm not that crazy about the music, but the stage itself is beautiful, is unique. But the question is, do we have too many ice stages already? Which finally leaves Bowser's 3D Castle in 3D. Woo! Woo! You could probably see my pants are a little dirty. Ooh. Alright, so I'm basically done, except I still need to add one more course. And as I said, if I had to choose what I wanted to see, I said, and I quote, we need at least one Bowser stage. We already dropped Piranha Plant Cove just so we can make this happen. So, of all the Bowser stages that I have put in, I'm going to pick the 3DS one. It's hard to decide, honestly. I'm kind of mixing up the Wii Bowser Castle and the GameCube Bowser Castle, but I think the GameCube Bowser Castle would be one that I would like to see. The Wii one, it looks great. No, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I want Wii Bowser Castle. In fact, I might even choose Wii Bowser Castle over what I just chose. Maybe. I don't know. This has been long enough. It is almost 8 o'clock. In 1 hour, I'm going to be streaming Pokemon. I need to stop this. But the 3DS Bowser Castle has such good vibes. It has such a rocking soundtrack. But if I decided against the 3DS one, because we already have 3DS Woohoo Island, I would pick the Wii Bowser Castle. Even though I already have another Wii course with Toad's Factory and Rainbow Road, this list is getting way too complicated, but I think this is it. I think this is finally my definitive list. And I'm going to screen cap it for everyone else to see. Best tracks for Wave 6 in no particular order. Yoshi Desert from Mario Kart Super Circuit. Airship Fortress from Mario Kart DS. Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii. Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Wii. Maka Woohoo from Mario Kart 7. And then Rome Averti and Piranha Plant Pipeline guaranteed. Also, I forgot to move Bowser Castle. Guaranteed from Tour. And then Bowser Castle, if we get a Bowser stage, there's an Airship Fortress. Because again, you could argue Airship Fortress is a Bowser stage, but Bowser stages typically are the stage before Rainbow Road. And then all these other things that I may or may not be more or less excited for if they show up. But this is my dream course thing. Please get Toad's Factory, please. And Yoshi Desert, but mostly Toad's Factory, because that, I really like that course. But anyways, that's going to be it. I'm going to need to drink a lot of water, because I've ran my voice into the ground. So thank you all for watching. TLG was here. I just now noticed him. He says that there should be no more 3DS tracks in Booster Pass. So that means that he would not want to see Maka Woohoo. I'll be honest, the Mario Kart 7 tracks, when it comes to the music, are not my favorites. They're not my favorites. I like Neo Bowser City and Bowser's course, but I don't like the majority of music in Mario Kart 7. I never have. That's, to me, is the weakest Mario Kart game when it comes to music. TLG also says DK Mountain would make it in. Let me look at the list. DK Mountain, is that the... oh, okay, I'm thinking of DK Pass. DK Mountain is probably... oh, yeah, it's the GameCube one. Yeah, I would like to see that. I really would. But there's a part of me that almost wants to see DK Pass more. But DK Mountain, yeah, I would like to see that. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to move Royal Coliseum because, once more, as I said already, tracks that have the same music track are probably not going to appear. I really, really want to believe that. So going over everything, yeah. Yeah, I think this is the definitive list. I think I am done. There's a part of me that would like to see these three, but we only have 2 cups left. 8 racetracks. And I guarantee that both, if not all 3 of Tour's tracks will be in Wave 6. Every single one of the unique courses for Mario Kart Tour is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which includes the following: Paris Promenade, Tokyo Blur, Ninja Hideaway, although that first came out to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, New York Minute, Sydney Sprint, London Loop, Sky High Sunday, sorry I skipped you, Berlin Byways, there's a 2 here, but the list didn't include a 1, so I just put it in, Merry Mountain, Amsterdam Drift, quote-unquote Yoshi's Island, although that might be exclusive to Mario Kart 8's Deluxe Booster Course Pass. This one, I'm not going to repeat. Singapore Speedway, one of my favorites. Athens Dash, one of the most unique. Squeaky Clean Sprint, Los Angeles Laps, and Vancouver Velocity. If we go through the entirety, if we go back and look at all the courses that are in Mario Kart Tour, and we move the ones that are repeats, I guarantee you, are we still here? Hello? Hello? Are we still streaming? OBS kind of crashed on me. Give me a sec. I need to look this up. Hello? Hello? Alright, we're good. Alright, I'm back. What was I saying? Bunch of Mario Kart stuff. Oh, this list is too long. This list is like way too long. But just bear with me for another moment. Just for another moment. So, New York Minute. Tokyo Blur. Where did New York Minute go? Oh my gosh, this thing's gonna drive me insane. Okay, give me a sec. I'm just gonna drag these all over the place because I want to just showcase this and make a point. It's kind of dumb, but at the same time, I'm just kind of want to just prove a point, get over with, and move on with my life. So ignore what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to move all of these racetracks out of the way so I have a better demonstration of what I'm trying to say and show. It's gonna take a minute. There's no editing so far, but I could cut this entire part out if I edit in YouTube's editing system. So what you're seeing right now is exclusive and will not be shown ever again in any capacity. So stand by. Let's put some standby music. You know what? Let's do that. I'm going to put New Super Mario Brothers 2 Extended DLC menu. Let's see if that shows up. Perfect. Stand by. That was nice. Love it when the upload itself wasn't done correctly. Yay, we're at the Wii U stuff now. So we're quote-unquote halfway there. More or less. some stuff up. Trying to make sure these are in the right order from when they first showed up in the game. But I will double check something once I get there. You know, I'll include them. I'll include them. I've never played any of these before, and to be honest, if I get the chance to, I would like to play them before the app is taken out. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. At some point I need to maybe rank the Mario Kart arcade GP stuff. Okay, community question. Would you like to see me rank Mario Kart arcade GP stuff, as well as the one-time VR thing? Let me know. Sky High Sundae was included in Mario Kart Tour. I don't know about Yoshi's Island. I'm just going to pretend that that wasn't a thing. Okay, I think I got the list. Stop the music. Okay, so every single one of these Mario Kart Tour tracks is in Mario Kart Tour. Also, Squeaky Sprint can go up here. Every single one of these tracks is found in Tour, and every single one is unique. There's some arguments about these remix ones, but you can find New York Mint, Bangkok Rush, Tokyo Blur. That's not in the right order. Is Bangkok? I thought. Okay, you know what? F that. Let me look this up. Mario Kart Tour tracks. Show me the new stuff in the right order. Grand Stars, Pipes, Multiplayer Challenges, Tour Guest Finals. Wait, here we go. Okay, so New York Minute, Tokyo Blur. I knew it. Give me a sec. Bangkok shows up in Athens. Got it. This is a weird thing I'm doing right now, but just give it a little bit of time. Okay, so hopefully in the exact correct order. Starting over again. We have New York Minute, Tokyo Blur, Paris Promenade, London Loop, Vancouver Velocity, Los Angeles Laps, Mary Mountain, Berlin Byways, ignore the two, Ninja Hideaway, Sydney Sprint, Singapore Speedway, the remix stuff. Bangkok Rush, again, Athens Dash, Sky High Sundae, Amsterdam Drift, Piranha Plant Cove, Rome Averti, and Piranha Plant Pipelines, and then also the Yoshi and Clean Sprint stage, if they're actually in the game. Except for these remix stages of classic stages from old, every single stage, except for Piranha Plant Cove, Rome Averti, and Piranha Plant Pipeline, is in Mario Kart 8 is Deluxe DLC, which is the Booster Course Pass. We might be out of order. Paris Promenade came before New York Minute, and we didn't get Vancouver Velocity until the last cup. But every single one of these courses is in Mario Kart Tour, as well as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, except for Piranha Plant Cove, Rome Averti, and Piranha Plant Pipeline, which I can at least acknowledge Rome Averti will be added as Wave 6 content. I'd like to also believe Piranha Plant Cove, and hopefully especially Piranha Plant Pipeline, will also be in Wave 6. But I will continue to believe until a real statement is made that the Booster Course Pass was Nintendo's excuse to preserve every single one of these courses that is going to be delisted in Mario Kart Tour very soon. Okay, so yeah, here's the entire list. Every single Mario Kart 8 Deluxe plus Booster Course Pass course. The stuff that will never, ever show up in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Similar tracks we don't care about. And then my most favorite choices, as well as the choices I would be fine with, the choices I would question, and the choices that I think would just be a poor decision on Nintendo's part. That is it. That is the whole entire list, and I am not going to repeat myself. So, thank you for watching Bored to Tears! Because apparently I was bored enough to do this for how many hours? Okay, it's only been an hour and 27 minutes, but that's still a pretty long time. So, I'm glad I got this list done, because if there is a Nintendo Direct coming up this month, so help me, I'm pretty sure they will reveal the first course for the Booster Pass for Wave 6. It is just around the corner, guys. The end for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as well as Mario Kart Tour, is nigh. We are going to see 8 more racetracks added. We're not all going to be happy about the choices. There's going to be people that want Dino Jungle because it was teased. There's going to be people that want Shy Guy Bazaar. There's going to be Wario Coliseum mains. There are going to be people who absolutely will not be fine if they don't add this one. I'm just going to choose this one. We're all going to be disappointed, but I'm still excited and anxious to see what is added. I guarantee Rome Averti will be added, and probably Piranha Plant Pipeline and Piranha Plant Cove, which, yeah, that would be okay. I was a little bit more excited about this at one point, but I think Piranha Plant Pipeline is way better. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just glad I got done with this list, and then just to talk myself out of breath more, I am sorry that I was not able to play Super Circuit, DS, the rest of N64, and any of Mario Kart Wii before Wave 6 would be announced. But I will also say this, despite my brothers being the biggest pains in the butt when it comes to trying to get them to get together and not be distracted by talking about whatever is currently happening, I want to do every single course one more time from Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe before Wave 6 comes out. And in Wave 6, I want me and my brothers to play it for the first time to end off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The entire Let's Play. I want to redo everything we did from the Wii U. And then also play the Booster Course Pass 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 once more again with my brothers before 6 comes out. It is a tall order, it's a tall ask, especially since I'm going to go out of my way to possibly include alternative camera angles, which you will see what the reason for that is later. But we'll see what happens. I still would like to play all of the rest of the Mario Kart stages, the Nitro tracks at least. But I don't know if it's going to happen. If Nintendo is crazy enough to drop a Direct this month, it's not going to happen. But whatever. We did it. We made it through this. I'm done talking. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm glad I could make this entire list. It was every kind of tediism out there. But I'm glad I was able to showcase this before Nintendo confirmed and announced what was going to be in Wave 6. Or what is going to be in Wave 6. So that's going to be it. I'm done. I'm seriously done. I'm going to switch over to the main face cam. And I'm going to confirm that I'm done with this stream, only so I can make another stream. Try to guess what it is about. So until then, which happens in less than an hour, and until my next videos and streams, this has been Wii2Play. I don't think I have anything left to say. I hope. So, I hope you... yes, you watching right now, whether live or otherwise, enjoys your day. Take care out there, and I will catch you later. I'm gonna pass out for 30 minutes.